So today I'll be talking about brute force attack. That's what I'll be simulating on Kali Linux and Metasploitable 2. So here I'll be showing you the demonstration as well as I'll be discussing how the brute force can be done and what are the different techniques can be done. Okay, so we will begin. So let me get familiar with the machines first. So this is what the Kali Linux and another one is Metasploitable 2. Metasploitable 2 is also based on the Linux, but this is vulnerable machine. So that is what intentionally vulnerable machines. These machines are supposed to, you can say, to simulate the attacks because without consent, without permission, we should not do the attack on the real websites. So that is what the unethical. So we should not do it. That's why we will be using Metasploitable 2. So that is intentionally vulnerable machines. So the default password of this Metasploitable 2 is msfadmin. And then once we logged in to these machines, we can check the IP of this machine. So the IP of this machine is 10.10.10.2. That's what you can see here. Okay, so this is the IP of machine. These are the this Metasploitable 2 and the Kali Linux are connected with each other and they should be on the same subnet. So that's what you can see the Kali Linux also. This is Kali and I'll start the Kali Linux also with the same password Kali Kali and let me show you the IP and yeah, here you can see the 10.10.10.128. So this is the IP of the Kali Linux, right? So they are on the same subnet. When I'm saying they are on the same subnet, that means they are on the subnet of 10.10.10.0/24, right? So that's what the network address is 10.10.10 and then host address would be 0 to 254. So that's how they are connected with each other. Metasploitable IP is 10.10.10.2, Kali Linux IP is 10.10.10.128. So that's how they are connected with each other. Now we will talk about the how we can access the Metasploitable 2 and how it will help us to do the pen testing on the websites. As I discussed, we will not be doing pen testing on the real websites because that would be the unethical practice. So that's why we are using this Metasploitable 2, right? So I'll just put the 10.10.10.10.2 and I'll start my Metasploitable 2. So as you can see, there are multiple machines available in this, right? Tweaky, PHP, MyAdmin, Mutilate, DVW, and WebDAV. So we will do the practical with the DVWA. What is DVWA? DVWA is damn vulnerable web application. That is what intentionally vulnerable web application, which is helping us to simulate the attack, which is like mimicking the real websites, kind of real websites, so that we can actually try to hack this website by our skills, right? There are different security levels are defined here in this. That's what you can see. Sorry. We will go to the DVW security and there you will see the low, medium and high security levels. So accordingly, you can start from low level and then you can reach out to the high level. When the DVW security is set to the high level, so that is running like a real website. So probably the conventional hacking methods won't work, right? So even you won't be able to hack it. Most of the like attacks cannot be done on the high security. That's what I said, like it is running like a real website then, right? So I'll initially set it to the low, I'll submit it, and then you can see the home of this page, which is talking about the warning disclaimer and the general instructions, how you can use it actually. This is a damn vulnerable. This is what you can see. Intentionally vulnerable it is. Do not upload it to your hosting provider's public HTML folder because it is having vulnerability. So if you will be uploading this to the public HTML folder, then attacker can actually exploit this machine and because of it, your actual data also can be breached then, right? Then the disclaimer is also there. We do not take responsibility for the way in which any uses this application. We have made the purposes of the application clear and it should not be used maliciously, right? We have given warnings and taken measures to prevent users from installing DVWA onto live web servers. So you should not use it on the live web servers. So in today's demonstration, we will be focusing on the first one, that is about the brute force. Okay, so what is brute force and how it is happening? First of all, brute force is what you can say related to the generally we are using it for cracking the passwords, where we see the login pages generally, because on each and every website is having login web page, whether it is Instagram, Facebook, or your uh, office email IDs, office ERPs. So generally you are using username and password, right? So why the username and password are important? Because username is generally validating that who you are. When you are putting that username, so that for example, if I'm entering my name username as Vivek, I'm validating that this is Vivek who is trying to log into this machine, right? Now, when I'll put the password, so now the machine will ask me to prove that you are Vivek. You are claiming that you are Vivek, but how you will prove that you are Vivek? So that's how I'll prove it by my password, and that's how I'll get the access, right? But what will happen if I'm not having the username and password? So in that case, what should be done? In that case, I'll be putting or I'll be doing the password cracking. So how I'll be doing the password cracking? So password cracking can be done in two ways: brute forcing and the dictionary based attack. Now, what is the difference between brute forcing and dictionary based attack actually? So brute forcing is something that says that I'll be trying all the possible combinations, right? All possible combinations. That's what I'll be trying, all possible combinations. For example, if I am talking about like if I'm saying like you have 4-digit pin generally on ATM's pin like that. So you have 4-digit pin, right? So if you want to do the brute forcing, so what you will do, you will start the number from 000. So this would be the first number, and that you will keep trying till you are reaching out to the 9999. Ultimately your password will be one of these digits only, correct? It cannot be beyond it, because either your password is 000, 0001, 0002, 0003. So that's how you will keep moving up to 99999. So that's how you will be keep trying until you are reaching to the this number 9999. So that's how you are trying to crack the password. So this is called the brute force attack, where you will be trying all possible combinations, correct? But the problem with this method is right now I'm taking only 4 character long or 4-digit long password. Okay, not the character, digits only. So that is what the 4-digit long password. If I'll mix it with the characters also, it will become more complex. If I'll mix the special characters also, like at the rate, percentage sign, power sign, and percent asterisk, right? So special character will add more complexity in this. So that's how the complexity will increase. And if I try the brute force on the 4 character long password also, this will be too complex then, right? So this is the problem with the brute force. Although it will always be succeeded, I'm emphasizing on it. Brute force will always be succeeded, but the only issue is with the brute force, that is time. Time taken by the brute force is quite high. You don't know whether it will take 1 minute or 1 month or 10 minutes or 1 year or sometimes centuries if your password is too long. So that's how brute forcing is something which may take longer duration even, right, to crack the password. On the other side, when we are talking about the dictionary based attack, how they are different from the brute force. In dictionary based attack, we are creating a dictionary which is having a collection of commonly known passwords, right? In this, some you can say commonly known passwords are stored in this dictionary. Now, what we are doing, passwords are always stored in the hash format. Okay, password are stored always in the hash format. What is hash format? Hash format is what? Irrespective of your input size, hash format will produce the output size as fixed. For example, if we are using SHA-512, so in SHA-512, your output size will always be the 512 bit. This is quite fixed. Okay, whether your input size is, I mean, one sentence or a single dot or a single character or a complete paragraph, your output size will always be 512 bit only. This is the first property. Second property is it is a one-way function. What is a one-way function? One way function is when you are passing the plain text with the hash function and you are getting the hash value. Okay, so capital H is the hash function, small h is the hash value. You can get the hash value from the plain text, but reverse is not possible at all. So reverse is not possible, but this one is possible. So that's what. You can always get the hash value from the plain text, but you cannot get back the plain text from the hash value. Right? So that's why we are referring it as a one-way function. While on the other end, cryptography processes, those are like two-way functions because we can have the ciphertext also from the plain text, and then we can have the plain text also from the ciphertext. But in hash, no, this is a one-way function only, right? This is what one must keep in mind. This is very important. So that's how we will try to crack the password with the dictionary-based attacks as well. Now, what we will do, we will apply the hash function, okay, on this commonly known passwords. We will calculate the hash value. We will compare these hash values with the stored hash values in the database. If these stored hash values are equal to any of the values of h, then we can say that this is the right password. Then we can say that this is the right password. Else, we can say that this is not the right password. Okay, so that's how we can, sorry, because of inactivity, actually it got logged out. Yeah. Yeah. So here, this is what you can see. We will be calculating hash value of each and every uh, commonly used passwords, right? I'll show you the demonstration as well. So we will maintain a list which will be having 5 to 10 you can say commonly used passwords, and then we will be trying to break the password. So that's what the dictionary based attack we will be using. Okay, so this is the technique to crack the password by dictionary based attacks. So ultimately your passwords are stored in the hash format, and you cannot crack the hash directly. So what you can do, you can only compare the stored hash with the cracked hash from the dictionary based words only. So that's what you can do. Correct. Now let's do it. So first of all, when we will be doing the brute force, I'll enter the Vivek and then I'll try the password as something, any random word. And when I'll try to, put the login, so what it is saying, username or password incorrect. So this is what it is saying, username or password incorrect. So what should I do then? I'll start Burp Suite here. So I'll take the help of Burp Suite. Burp Suite is very important tool for pen testing. So I'll be using Burp Suite Community Edition, that is free of cost. That is pre-installed in the Kali links as well, so you can use it. So meanwhile it is starting. Okay. Meanwhile, let me tell you one more thing. Okay, let me start start Burp. Yeah, so this is how it is running. Now you can see the proxy. So what we will do, Burp Suite is like one interception, it will work. Okay, so for example, this is our browser. Okay, this is our browser. This is you can say your Burp Suite, and then this is the actual server. Okay, so give me a second. Yeah, so what will happen, your browser will normally, in ideal condition, what is happening, your browser is sending the request to the server, server is sending request to the browser. But here we will not follow the ideal condition. What will happen, we will set the proxy. So what is the purpose of proxy? Browser will always send the request to the burp, and then burp will forward the request to the server. Again, server will respond to the burp, and burp will actually respond to the browser. So that's what the proxy setup will be there in between. So all the requests and response will come and go through with the burp suite tool only. So that's why this is a very good tool for pen testing. Okay, let's do it. This is the proxy. You can see the proxy options also what we have set here. 127.0.0.1, this is the port number 8080. So that's what we call socket address, right? So we will be forwarding the request to this address, 127.0.0.1 8080. Let's go to the proxy settings, intercept, HTTP history. Right now there is no HTTP history. Intercept, and then I'll go to my browser. So here I'll check. Okay, two options are open. Yeah. Here, what I'll do, I'll set the proxy settings here also. So either you can go to the settings of the browser, okay, and then search about the proxy. Just click on the settings, and then you can do the manual proxy configurations also here, 127.0.0.1 and 8080. Either this is what you can do. But the problem with this, each and every time when you need to turn off the proxy, you will have to open this. So this is what the longer process. Instead of it, what I'm doing, I have installed one extension that is what the proxy. Okay, so this is the extension name Foxy Proxy, and I have set it. So in just one click, I can I can start the proxy settings and I can disable the proxy settings. Correct. So that's what the process is. Okay, so I'll start the Burp suite here. So you can see the proxy settings is set to Burp now. Okay, you want to see the settings, you can see the settings as well. So just check the proxies. This is what you can see. Let me click here. What you can see, 127.0.0.1, 8080, right? Same. All right. So now we are running Burp here and the proxy settings. Now, whatever the username and password I'll enter here, this will be captured by the Burp suite. Let's see. Okay, so password I'm not showing you here, but that will be visible in the Burp suite. Let me click on login, and as you will see, this is what username is Vivek and password is 12345. Right? So we are capturing the username and password here. What I'll do, I'll right click here and I'll send it to the intruder. Intruder is having different settings here, which can actually do the attacks also. So this is what you can see, the different attack types are there. These attack types are based on the what kind of attack you want to do actually. So we will be using actually cluster bomb. So in cluster bomb, there are multiple selections are there. You can see security, PHP, this. So what I'll do, I'll first clear everything. Where I want to do the brute force, I want to do the brute force on the username field, just add it, and the password field, just add it. Once we have added, then you will see the payload. So there you will see the two options because we have selected the two payloads. Okay, username and password. I'll go to the payload. So this is payload number one. Payload type. You can have the simple list also. You can have the runtime file also. You can have the custom iterator, character substitution, case modification, recursive grep, illegal Unicode, character blocking. So there are a lot of options what you can do in the payload type. So what I'll be doing, I'll be using the simple list. I'll be loading this list from the desktop. So I have created certain list. So let me show you. Uh, cd desktop ls. So you can see the password.txt. Okay, password.txt or pass.txt. So this is what two text file I have created. So let me show you get password.txt, and these are the total number of, you can say, commonly used passwords I have entered in this list. And then I can show you the cat pass2.txt also. Okay, and it is having only four number of words, 567 Vivek VK Rachit, like that. Okay, so now I'll pass the password.txt. Perfect. Go to the web suite, just select the password.txt where you can see desktop. Yeah. Yeah, here it is, password.txt. I'll just click on open, and then you can see all the passwords have been uh, stored here. Select the payload number 2, payload set 2. Again, do the same thing. Okay, although you can choose the different password list also. You don't need to do the or choose the same password list. You can choose the different password list also. So that's up to you. Your password list might be quite long also. So the longer list you will take, the longer duration also it will take to crack. Okay, this is what you must keep in mind. So once we are good to go with this payloads, okay, and then this is what we have selected, just do the start attack. Okay, so once you will doing the start attack, you will be seeing it is trying the different combinations. Okay, starting from Vivek. So this is what the username, this is what the password, and then it is showing you. Okay, so let's see whether it is able to crack the password or not. I'll show you how you can verify it also. Okay, so total number of combinations it is creating actually 169. So these are the total number of combinations it is creating. Correct. So let it complete first, and then I'll show you. Okay, it is running. It might take 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, based on your system performance also, because in penetration testing, when you are doing it on the virtual machines or when you are doing it on real time also, so that depends. Uh, what is your system configuration and all. So this is totally depending on the machines configurations as well. So it will take 2 to 3 minutes. So just wait for 2 to 3 minutes, let it complete, and then I'll show you. Right. Uh, so as you will see here, it is trying all the username here with the payload number 2 that is fixed. That is what the Vivek. And then again trying with the Anand, again trying with the MSF, again trying with the admin, again trying with the password. Right. So after the password, it will take MSF admin. Okay. So that's how it is trying. Okay. It is running. So you can see the total number of combinations are 169. Out of 169 combinations, we have tried 72. Correct. So 73, 72 combinations we have tried till now. It is still running. Okay. All right. So, okay. So how you will differentiate? This is the big question. Okay. Let me click on any of the combination, right? So for example, this is what the username is MSF and password is Vivek. What I'll do, I'll go to the responses. I'll just click on the render. Once I'll click on the render, it will show me the username and password. What you can see, it is incorrect. Now, just sort it with the help of length. Okay, just click on the length. Once you will click on the length, it will be showing you the right character. I mean, you can say the correct password, okay, and the username and password. So it must be, it is, yeah. So can you see this 4944? That is what the different length than the others. The length you will notice here, the other length are what 4882, but the right password which is having the admin username is admin and password is password, which is what the 4944. Correct. So that is what you can just click on this combination, click on the render, and then check whether it is correct or not. So what you are seeing, welcome to the password protected area. So that means this is the right password, admin and password. Correct. So this is what you got, the right password, admin and password. So you were able to crack it. That's what we did, brute forcing. Okay, so this is how we can try it. Now what we can do, once this will exit the current attack, so that's okay. I can try it here. So instead of it, I can just change the username. That's what I got to know. Username is admin. I can change the password also. Password is password, and I can just forward it. Once I'll forward it, let me see whether it is accepting. Yeah, what it is saying, welcome to the password protected area admin, right? So we were able to crack it with the help of brute force attack. Right, so that's how the brief introduction of the brute forcing on the DVWA, and this is what we are doing. And remember, this brute this for the brute force, a lot of tools you can use, but my favorite tool is this Burp suite, and this is a really good tool. It is having a lot of options under this, like intruder, repeater, sequencer, decoder. So a lot of options are there. You can try different options also. Otherwise, if you are facing difficulty to detect the right password combinations, you can say from length. So what you can do in that case, you can simply match the grep extract also. So it will actually match the strings. So what you can do, which string you need to match, you need to match this one string, welcome to the password protected area admin. So wherever you are getting this right welcome to the password protected area admin. That means this is the right password. Otherwise, rest are the wrong passwords. So this is the demonstration of brute forcing with the help of Burp Suite on the DVWA website. Correct? So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me.